You can't lose and
Those
then
look gross. Also, nose goes.
no. Wait, we totally did it. She lost first.
All right, you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna do it.
Okay.
All right.
Wait, hold on. We ain't even ready. Just someone.
Yeah, I don't even have my headphones.
That's bullshit.
All right, chill. All right, can we see it?
All right,
Bada bing,
we
bada
good?
boom. All right, and hold on, we got a foot on my screen. Hold on.
Baylie sells feet pics.
I wish I sold feet pics. Honestly,
This is the
I've been-
intro. This is
Oh
the.
no, I'm waiting
oh.
for Baylie to stop talking so I can do it. I'm just assuming Trent's gonna cut that part.
Don't.
All right. All right, let's go. Welcome to the podcast, dickheads. This is your host Stove or whatever the fuck I go by with Baylie and the man that COVID couldn't kill, Kendall.
It tried. I tried too. What stove? Is that why the picture's an oven?
Yeah, so what it started with was EJ, the original podcast co-host. Me and him would just like at the start just introduce ourselves incorrectly. And so we just kept on mispronouncing our names.
Yeah.
And
How
Steve
many
turned
times
into
can
Stove.
How many times
Nice.
can you mispronounce EJ?
Well, usually I just
DJ.
would add different stuff. Like I called him the king of salsa.
Sounds like an inside joke.
I mean, it makes more sense
I
if you
could
watch
see
the
it.
whole thing because I referenced a bunch of other shit with it. But
Also,
yeah.
if you looked at EJ, you'd be like, "Do you teach a salsa class?"
Is he attractive?
Oh yeah, he's pretty
Yeah.
hot.
Do you want to do
I
that?
feel like
Do
we
you-
need
do
to
we wanna-
insert a photo of EJ right here. No, to show.
He
everyone.
might.
Okay. Now, so I just want to be clear real quick. I think teachers should be paid less. Have you guys seen Dune?
No.
Okay, so in Dune,
It's a good movie.
and so this is really fascinating. In Dune, instead of green screens, they use sand screens.
Right, yeah.
And the reason why blew my mind. So you see, with green screens, that it reflects light back onto the person that's not consistent with the light that the surroundings would be in the actual
It's called
environment.
ambient occlusion.
He knows the big words. I don't. I just fucking Googled shit. Anyway, so like when the person's standing there, there's a light like green or blue, whatever light reflected back on them from the green screens that's not part of the environment. So when you see them, your eye's able to identify that like it doesn't quite fit with everything else. And so what they did for Dune was instead of green screens, they used sand screens because it's a planet covered in sand. So the lighting for the coming off the screens onto the actors is consistent with the background they're actually playing on, which made it have a much more realistic view. And I thought that was just really cool.
It's often why you can judge and you can tell if something is green screened or not when you're watching something because the ambient occlusion you're seeing
Like the green I see off of your face right now. from that
exactly
light.
exactly yeah.
Yeah. I love the mansplaining part of this podcast. It's
Yeah, she probably knew all of that.
I
I
did.
mean, she
I'm
could've
not
said
dumb.
any of it.
I can't.
At no point in time was she like, yeah, I know what that is. But also you have to realize it's not us explaining it to you. It's us explaining it to the viewer.
But using me as like the
She probably even
The
knew
person to
what
look-
ambient occlusion was. She probably is like, actually, Kendall, it's not ambient occlusion. It's
you're mispronouncing it. You fucking.
I mean, by that logic, Kendall was mansplaining because I was like, hey, I learned this new thing that I thought was interesting. He's like, here's the word dummy.
yeah.
No, see, no, yeah,
It should
you're
be
like,
me
let
and
me
Baylie.
teach you, and then he's like, actually, it's called this, and you're like, yes, I'm mansplaining something that I googled.
I wasn't
And
claiming,
I know nothing
I wasn't claiming to teach people this. I literally said, hey, I just found out about this and thought it was interesting.
Yeah, the sand screens.
There's this. Why is it that like anytime you like try talking about something you think is interesting with a woman, they're like, you're mansplaining.
Because you just assumed I
because
didn't
you're not
know.
talking about what they want to talk about.
you
You're
you're just like, oh, Baylie probably doesn't know. Let me direct this conversation to you.
I looked at literally both of you throughout the whole thing. This is just you projecting.
Well, I know I could have I honestly at the beginning I really wanted to be like, yeah, I know.
And-
But then that wouldn't have been entertaining.
Well, the whole time I'm just sitting here wondering why the heck aren't teachers allowed to get paid more than?
Yeah, where did this come?
what is that?
Can you bring that full circle?
Okay, yeah. So you've seen Dune, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so
Wait, don't they use something called like sand screens?
yes, they do, but they also did this other.
What is
really,
that?
They also did this other really cool thing where whenever they did like the I don't know what it's called. I'm not smart, but
Ambient occlusion.
not that. So where they make it look like they're filming something with the camera, but it's actually all computer generated.
Oh wait, I was about to say masking, but make it look like they're filming something with a camera.
Yes.
But it's all CGI.
Okay, so for example, there's that one scene where they follow the dude flying the little butterfly ship thing. And obviously they didn't actually do that. Those things I don't think are real.
Okay.
To the best of my knowledge, I don't know.
Oh, they filmed helicopters.
Well, so what I mean is, so as they were following it, a lot of movies will like when they do that, they'll have the camera do really unrealistic things.
Oh, yeah.
But the way they had the camera track that scene, the camera, because it's not real, they did it under the same restrictions you would need for like an actual camera.
Oh,
if you're
right.
flying the
To give it a
helicopter.
sense of scale, because it makes you think that you're actually standing on the ground looking at those things.
Yeah, and I thought that was super cool.
Yeah, a lot of movies do that. Dune, Dune is, I think, story like aside, I think it's a great movie because of the cinematography. But that's like so obvious that it's not even a.
What is Dune? Isn't that a Star Wars movie?
No.
Actually, fun fact, if you like me to mansplain, Star Wars is actually based on, a lot of it is based off of Dune. Yeah. Dune came first, and then fucking George Lucas was like, that shit is tight as fuck. I want to make mine.
Yeah, he was like, that shit's cool, but maybe less drugs.
I'm so confused.
No, yeah. The Dune movie now is a remake of one in the 80s, but it was based off a book, right? And so the book Dune, I forget when it was written, but it served as inspiration, heavy inspiration for George Lucas when he was making Star Wars, which is why Star Wars, the very first movie, starts on like a sand planet, and they talk about spice, which is is a huge part of Dune, and there's like countless inspiration from Dune.
Okay. All right. Cool. Yeah, I don't.
So if you like Star Wars, you automatically like Dune. So
Yeah.
Ooh,
and I think now
sadness for y'all.
I think
I'm a like a Star Trek type person. Not
You like Star Trek?
Wars.
Star Trek's lame.
I
as
also
fuck.
like
too
Star
many
Trek. You want to
Star
nerd out about
Wars
Star
movies.
Trek? I'll nerd out about Star Trek.
I did a marching band show.
Okay,
did Star Trek.
The only Star Trek series I liked was the one with Captain Picard.
Yeah, that's a pretty good one.
Yeah.
Who's that?
Wait, you said you were a Star Trek fan.
Wait, but who? I don't. Is this an actor name?
Oh, Captain Picard.
Are y'all talking about the Irish dude? I don't know.
And this is why people mansplain.
So Captain Picard.
He's the bald one.
The what one?
The bald one?
Yeah, he's what's his name? Patrick Stewart.
Yeah.
Oh,
Patrick
is that
Stewart.
the one? Oh. Okay.
He plays Professor X.
Oh,
And
okay.
Professor
No, see,
X
I
is
know
of the
Patrick
X-Men,
Stewart. I
which
don't
is
know.
part of Marvel.
I don't know people's names. I know the guy's face. See, he's the guy that's an American Dad all the time. Could have said that one.
He's an American Dad.
All the time.
Yo, I just recently.
They have
really
a
is?
character that looks exactly. It's Steve's. I mean, not Steve. Stan's boss.
Oh,
It's-
really?
Yeah.
That's
Is
funny.
that?
I don't know. They
Patrick
made him a
Stewart?
lot. They made him look a
I think
lot
that's
like him.
just a generic bald white guy, and you're
I
just
think
being
that is
racist.
no.
He's not English. I know
I
because
swear to God, that's him.
so Naomi just started like watching a shit ton of American Dad as like a background thing because we've like burned through Bob's Burgers 8 million times.
I just bought a new Bob's Burgers shirt yesterday. I can't wait to show y'all.
Dude, have
wanna
you
see
seen the
it. I
trailer
fucking
for the
love that.
movie?
There's a movie.
The Bob's
There
Burgers
is gonna be a
movie.
new one.
Yo,
You didn't know this?
no, I also just found out that Daryl is voiced by Aziz Ansari. Yeah, they were talking about
You didn't
Aziz
recognize
Ansari's no, they were talking about Aziz
Daryl.
Ansari's like
Who's Daryl?
new special. He's the nerd. And I like thought of Aziz Ansari's voice, and I was like, why am I thinking of Daryl right now? And I looked up, I was like,
Wait, like
I think
Bob's
he's got a
friend?
pretty recognizable voice.
he does. That's why I'm surprised it took me fucking years.
Oh, yeah.
Wait, Bob, like the health, like Bob's friend, like that's like a health inspector or something like that.
No,
Not the health
Daryl.
inspector.
He's Luis and Tina's friend. He's the black kid with the glasses.
That's racist.
Has it been this long since I watched Bob Burgers? I'm upset with myself.
I watched it 3 days ago. Anyway, we started watching Family Guy because we got burnt on Bob's Burgers, and then we switched to American Dad. And I remember, like, I never watched
I
American
watch
Dad.
good
after-
anime. I don't.
I didn't watch like American Dad after the first few seasons because it was just knockoff Family Guy. And I like the new seasons I've been watching.
That's what I thought at first, but it's very different.
It's very different, but like the newer seasons where it gets more and more different, it also just gets more and more fucking twisted.
So does Family Guy. Like there's Family Guy is more about Lois's and Peter's like failing marriage these days, and it's all sad.
Well, yeah, but I mean, like,
yeah, it is.
They're really going that route?
Yeah.
There was a.
She's like, this is why I wanted to leave you,
Christ.
Peter.
There was an episode where Roger the alien just kept on like cutting everyone's face off.
I mean, that sounds like a normal American Dad episode.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm saying.
See, but American Dad in my eyes was always like way more schizo than fucking Family Guy.
I mean, it is based on a CIA employee, so that makes sense.
I mean, yeah.
That would be the show to be schizo as fuck.
Yeah.
It's so much. I love it. I like the episode where they turn Steve into a baby and like, and then oh my gosh, and then the one where him and his friend they like clone these girls and raise them from babies to be their prom dates, and then they're too attached to their prom dates by the time prom comes around, and so then like his best friend is like, I'm stealing your daughter, Steve, I'm gonna rail her, and
there's a.
I love that episode. It's so funny.
I like the one where like it does like a fast forward in the future after they kick out Klaus and their like whole family falls apart and they realize that their family hinged on like their hatred of Klaus.
This fish.
But
you could identify with that.
This
kid.
Russian fish.
But I'm pretty sure he's German.
I don't even know.
He's German.
But like
I just know he's a skier.
the funniest part of that episode for me was like when they all meet up, you find out that like Steve's Asian friend married his mom. And he's like, I hate you now. And he says something in Japanese. He's like, you've been here since high school. How do you not speak English yet?
Oh yeah.
I love that guy. I can't remember. Isn't it?
Make
like,
sure you talk into the microphone.
Oh yeah. I can't remember his name, but he's my favorite of all of his
mansplaining.
friends. Yeah. Yeah, sorry.
So the
I'm too
microphone
loud.
picks up sound.
Who thinks that I've been yelling the entire time that I've been on any of these podcasts?
We could extend that. Who thinks Bailey's been yelling the entire time?
Always.
Just in
Dude,
general.
I always watch these back and I'm like, damn, Kendall, shut up.
Really?
bro.
No, I think
I feel like I talk way too much and I talk over you guys too.
Well, I
think
have
we
to
all
talk over
each other.
I have to talk over you guys because otherwise I'll just be cut out of the entire fucking video if I don't.
That's true. You gotta get
I'm
something.
like, hey.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Trent's trying to like do the sound and separate all of our fucking voices, and he's just like,
We're just like,
God, I fucking hate all of
Trent.
them.
Trent, edit this.
yeah. Yeah.
I just want us to get to the point where like people comment on our videos simply just to be like, hey Trent, good job making something useful out of this.
I love you,
Yeah.
Trent.
Taking this fucking chaotic fucking.
We've
That's
all
the
been
end of my
alone at
sentence.
home too, so we're very
Do what?
we've all been home alone, just like
yeah.
in solitude.
The past 2 weeks have sucked, man. We've just been doing nothing.
I mean, I was at work.
Oh yeah.
I was the one healthy one.
Yeah.
Sucks to suck. We got a week off.
Yeah. I'm gonna start kissing more fucking grocery store baggers.
I'm gonna lick the floor of the bar.
I'm pretty sure that's how I
that'll
got
do
it. I
something.
made out with the cashier at HEB. She was like, I was like getting pizza rolls, and she was like, you know, there's a coupon for this, and I was like, come here.
You know, that's a great way to give a tip
how I got
while
Corona.
saving money.
What?
That's a great way to give a tip while saving money.
Yeah. Also getting a week off of work.
Yeah.
Then we
Sounds
come
good
back
for that.
as whole new people with whole new voices.
Hell yeah.
New and improved. I have a rasp.
Yeah.
Mine, y'all should have heard
It's pretty
mine the
sexy
other
till you
day.
did the, till you pulled a Tina.
How many toothpicks, Tina? That's my favorite Bob's Burgers scene of all time.
Oh, she's not the good kind
She's
of autistic.
not even the good kind of autistic.
Oh my gosh. No, I quote ponytail a lot.
The one where like Tina got her fucking like My Little Pony horse stolen, and Bob went to get it back. And he had to go through this like giant rigmarole.
This like
got it
furry
tattooed.
convention or some shit.
He had to like go to a furry convention shit, and then at the end he's like, "Hey Tina, what are you doing?" And she's like, "Oh, I'm just putting up the horse in a box because I'm too old to play with it." He's like, "Well, you're gonna pull that out right now and play with it until I've said you've had enough fun."
Yeah, because he went through all the trouble.
Bob's a good dad.
I aspire to be like Bob.
I aspire to be like
Tired.
Linda.
We can tell.
I already sing. Dude, you know what the worst part about losing my voice was that I couldn't sing. Today is the first day that I can sing.
Go ahead, sing something.
Y'all
Sing us a ditty.
I sing that to my cat Marmalade every day. I'm sure she's missed it.
I just remember I was like standing behind the bar, and this dude's like, "What if I brought my accordion?" And I was like, "I'm just not gonna say anything." And Kendall's like, "That's a great idea. You should totally do it."
Yeah, dude, it was so perfect, and I was like, oh my god, because this was like at the height of me doing my weird fucking stand-up bits, and so I was like, oh my god, Keaton, go on stage with it, just go on stage and play your accordion.
Must have been the highlight of his day.
Say nothing, say no jokes, just play your accordion on stage, and I'll pay you. I will. And I told him that. I was like, dude, go do that. Please go do that. And he did it. But he ruined it by saying jokes. You weren't there for that?
Was this a Wednesday?
Yes.
Yeah, it was a Wednesday.
Was this the first week of December?
This was
or the
his
last
first
week?
time coming up.
Yeah, it was
No.
like the first week of December or something.
The first
I
week of
was
December.
going
It was
for
his
a
first time
wedding.
going up, and he brought his accordion.
Why did y'all not record this for me? I never miss Wednesdays. The best
wasn't
shit
recording
happens on the
That was
Wednesdays
for
I
me
miss.
and me alone. Like everyone else, everyone in the building was confused, and I was sitting there like,
could've been me too.
this is mine. This is all mine.
Yeah, I was just like, fuck, I hate accordions.
No, that was for
Why
me.
didn't y'all? I'm Czech. I come from polka.
My wife is Czech.
Oh, we're just bound to be friends, Kendall.
Yeah,
Wait,
and I'm German, so we have to like deal with
I'm
like.
German too.
Both
You're
her
German
and her
Czech?
wife been Czech?
That's
Yeah,
dangerous.
yeah.
But I'm German and my wife is Czech, so like we're like multiracial, you know,
Yeah, exactly.
a biracial couple.
Yeah, so that's my family.
We have to deal with yeah, your family. Your
Yeah.
family probably like has race wars constantly, don't they?
No, they're all like dead on that side.
Oh.
Yeah, one side.
The Czech side of the German side.
one-
No,
the one
that's
that
one
lost the race
side.
war.
It's all on one side.
Oh, the Czech German side. Well,
Yeah.
that's why.
Oh, and
Yeah,
then
they
there's like
wiped
the
each
Native
other out.
Americans on the other side too.
Oh, they're
Oh,
dead.
Damn.
Yeah.
There's a lot of death and destruction in your family.
Baylie comes from a long line of people who take L's.
Yeah. Just that's true.
Dude,
that's so true.
I showed someone. I need to like bring y'all this
racist.
photo because my grandmother wrote this story about living on a cotton farm, right? And on the very bottom, it's a picture of her and when she looks like a little girl. I showed like a couple of people this picture, right? And I was like, yeah, they were like, man, your grandma looks like. And they're like, is your grandma Anne Frank?
yeah.
Because my grandmother, stupid. But anyway, my grandmother just had like these little brown pigtails, and she does look like Anne Frank.
I bet she got
The
killed
fact that he
too.
like brought
Fucking
it.
loser.
Which version of Anne Frank was worse? The one that ended up in the camps or the one that ended up on the cotton farm?
The whole story was about how poor she was and how she couldn't get a new dress for Christmas, and her mom sewed her up a dress. That was.
Dude, the problems the people of the past had.
She's like, I love my dress more than any dress that
Yeah.
my parents could buy. I'm
Yeah,
like,
sometimes
okay,
when I-
nice and wholesome, cool.
Sometimes when I love history because sometimes when I read it, I suddenly don't feel bad about any of my problems.
Yeah, you're like, oh, I have running water.
Like, bro, I can get nacho cheese literally whenever I want.
Yeah. I can take a shit and it not be painful.
I can take a shit inside and not have shit in my house.
Yeah.
Like before, you either had to go outside to shit or just have a pile of shit in your house.
Or a bucket.
Yeah, or a bucket filled with shit.
Or bathtub.
No, that's where you made the gin. That's why everyone's so dirty, because they're using their bathtub to make gin because they couldn't go to the store and buy it.
Cholera.
Yeah, Edgar Allan Poe, everyone that dude loved, one, was related to him because he married his cousin, but two, died of tuberculosis because God doesn't like incest. And that sounds like a sad existence. That's why all his poetry was so sad.
I like poetry.
What's your favorite poem?
The real cliche one, the path less taken by, you know. Whatever that dude. You know,
Say it.
I don't know.
Recite it.
I knew you were gonna ask me to. I can't recite poetry. I like it though. It's nice. It's pretty. Whatever. You know what I'm talking about? It's like the road less traveled by. I'm pretty
Robert
sure.
Frost.
Yeah.
Sorry, I had to mansplain.
Well, you know.
Yeah.
That's
Recite it. Look it up and recite it.
I'll do a
you brought
dramatic
up poetry.
reading. I'll do a dramatic reading of any
Well, I guess
poetry.
he brought up
No, I
poetry.
did not.
My favorite, I don't remember the name of it, but it's by Charles Bukowski.
There's this one girl.
How's it go?
I don't remember, but
You're
she's
just
like
gonna
really
end
dark
like that?
ones.
Yes.
Jesus. These
What's
people
your
don't
favorite-
know poetry.
Hey,
Tune in next week for a dramatic
Invictus.
poetry reading.
Will you recite it for us?
Sure, I'll recite it.
Hell yeah.
I forget how it starts.
Go
Hey,
ahead.
I at least gave one line of my poem.
No. How's it start?
You
How's it
gave
start?
2 words.
The
Damn it. Fuck. I forget the first word.
today, Junior.
Just make one up. I don't know what the poem is. I
Something
can't
black
fact check you.
as the pit. No, the night that covers me, black as the pit from pole to pole. I thank whatever gods may be for my unconquerable soul. And I think I might skip a verse because I can't remember. But it's in the fell clutch of circumstance, my head is bloody but unbowed. Man, I'm skipping a lot. But then the last verse goes like, it matters not how straight the gate or how charged with punishments the scroll. I am the master of my fate. I am the captain of my soul.
Man, I want to look up that Charles Bukowski one because I cannot remember the name.
I still did more than you guys.
You did. No, I'm just remembering this one that I really like in my dual English class, and it was about this. So this girl was talking about how she passed this playground whenever she was younger. It sounded like she was talking about dead children. I don't really know. Very depressing.
Nice.
All of her
Wait,
poetry
Ring
is
Around the
very
Rosie?
Yeah.
Pocket full of posies. That's about dead children.
Yeah, it is.
Ashes,
No,
ashes, we all fall down.
the
You
dark
know that
ones are
one.
the best ones.
The dark ones. You mean the ones written by black people? The slaves.
No, the ones that make you sad inside.
What's the there's a really famous one that I just recently learned was actually a slave hymn, and it kind of fucked me up because I realized the true meaning of it. But I thought it was so happy before.
I totally know what you're talking about.
Strange Fruit.
No, that's
it another
obviously
nursery
sad.
rhyme?
Strange fruit hanging in the poplar trees.
I don't know. That was the first one that popped in my fucking head, dude.
No,
Is
no.
it another nursery rhyme? Like
It's a
Pocket
nursery
Full of
rhyme. It's like
Posies?
one that's like so common.
Right.
And then someone was like, slaves made that, and I was like, you ruined my day.
It was Roll the Dice by Charles Bukowski.
Slaves made that?
No, a nursery
the one I
rhyme.
fucking was trying to remember.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah.
You gotta know when to hold up, know when to fold 'em. That song?
Know when to walk away.
No.
Oh.
Know when to run. You better count your money that's sitting on the table.
Keep going.
That's all I know.
That had some like strong Home on the Range vibes.
Home on the range.
Texans do this weird thing whenever they hear us sing.
When I hear what?
When they... I can't.
Texans are weird.
Yeah.
You guys are fucking weird. You realize like
I
the
know,
rest
I
of the
need to
world
stop.
thinks you guys are weird as
I know.
fuck, right?
Yeah.
No,
but
I'm thinking
it's-
of the what is
It's
the
real easy to judge the person on the top.
Wait.
We don't think the rest of the world is weird because we don't bother to look down.
What the heck is our Texas
that's
song?
good.
What's our Texas song? I can't remember it.
You
Wait,
gotta know it.
no. See, that's the only song I can think of right
the Toy
now.
Story, You Got a
No.
Friend in Me?
You got a friend
Oh wait,
in
wait,
me.
wait.
I knew that because my voice is raspy. You got a friend in me. Boot up, beat it, back it down.
No, wait, it's Scatman.
Home on the Range. No, that's not it.
We just said Home on the Range.
What is the clapping one?
The clapping one? I know a Steve Miller song that claps.
Wait.
Oh, we forgot to do the clap. I hope Trent's able to match the sound.
No, this is perfect.
Start now.
No, don't start now. You can match it up in the middle. It's fine. It works.
Wait, well, someone
I'm an
help me
editor. I
figure
know
out
how
this
it
fucking
works.
Texas song.
Yeah, if you know the Texas song, comment below.
Shut up!
Texas?
The stuff that we learn in elementary school, and instead of doing
Not
PE,
I.
they teach you to do-si-do and shit.
They teach do-si-do in school?
Yeah, they
Did-
made
did
us
they not?
line dance like it was a fucking prison camp.
Literally, they're like, now grab your
What?
no, you had to do that, and then the home on the range, and then where the deer and the antelope play. What is the
This whole state is a cult.
deep in the
Yes.
heart of Texas,
Oh.
I think the song's called Deep in the Heart of Texas.
big and bright, da deep in the heart of Texas. That's the
heard it
song
in my
I was
life.
talking about. You sing that, and then every Texan in the room that you know will be like a seal,
And
like a
then
stupid
and then
seal.
Canadian
afterwards,
national anthem way more than I know that.
And then after you complete the
Who
chant,
are you? Where'd you come
a
from?
pentagram comes out of the
Canada.
ground and a goat comes out of it.
Yo, they got goats for every single time.
Every single time we do the chant, we get a free goat.
Dude, I actually I want to go.
Hey, is that why on? I don't- You're making me think of like 9/11.
9/11.
9/11.
The only thing I remember from 9/11 is that I was at a fishing tournament with my family and I was wearing a yellow shirt with a goat on it.
Oh, I
So
remember,
goats make me think of
Did you say a
America.
YOLO shirt?
Yellow.
Oh, yellow.
I remember watching all the.
YOLO, you only die in a tower once.
Not me. I'm at a fishing tournament.
You only leap once.
You only leap once. That's good.
Dude, I remember when I was like 8, it happened, and I was like watching, because I lived in Washington at the time, so I was like getting ready to go to school when the first
Washington.
plane hit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Washington.
We also had war shirt tournaments there at the
Yeah,
fishing tournament.
Warsh.
And did you, what?
There was a washer competition, washer and horseshoes and fishing at this
I
tournament.
thought you said Worcestershire mints. and I was
Worcestershire
gonna vomit.
mints.
Same
Yo,
thing.
that's disgusting.
Anyway, I like, my mom was like, hey, you're not going to school because there's planes crashing into buildings. And I was like, oh, cool. I get to skip
My
school.
school?
And then I tried to watch TV, and every channel, even like Cartoon Network, was just videos of the towers going down. So I just sat there and watched that.
Why would
And I
children
remember
want to watch
watching-
this?
Because there was
They're like,
nothing
"This
else
is
to watch.
boring."
This is
Yeah.
totally
And
PBS material.
And I remember watching like people jumping, like they were playing loops that the people had jumped off the towers, and it wasn't
Yeah.
until like a year or two later that it like occurred to me, like I watched 3,000 people die on TV when I was like 8.
I thought it was a movie. I just thought I was watching a movie.
I feel bad because like it really didn't impact me at all that much. But then like there's my ex who his mom was a flight attendant, and he cried so bad that she quit her job. Like she just quit, and I was like, man, I wish my parents were financially stable enough to just quit a job like that.
I mean, how much do flight attendants get paid?
I don't know, long enough for her to do it like for 10 years.
Oh, I mean, people,
Flight attendants get paid really well, and there is actually like a really high demand for them. I've thought about it every now and then. Like they just have really and you get to travel for free and all that shit too.
I already got conned into signing up for a job that said you get to travel for free, and it sucked.
oof.
It's
Yeah.
more like I got
Yeah.
nothing going on, no one keeping me here. Maybe I should go make
That's
some
what I
money and
thought,
travel
too.
the world.
That was my logic.
my thinking. But
how they
apparently
get
it's
you.
like really
And-
strict.
Yeah,
They
me,
only get the most desperate
yeah,
of
me,
people.
me and
All
Kendall
right.
both thought that, and we got human trafficked.
Yeah,
by the
we
government.
are. Yeah,
Jerry, quit doing this. This is why you keep getting molested.
just gonna. Let's just.
We're all
sit-
kidding.
Oh no! Sometimes I like to just sit in the last word that was said. You know, just sit in it. Molested.
Oh, that was great.
Oh gosh. I'm thinking of your elevator joke with freaking Johnny now.
My elevator. Oh, the one where.
Farting up the elevator, soaking it in.
Yeah, just fucking.
Just do
Dude,
it.
Johnny, now I'm so self-conscious now. I don't even want to put my hands near the mic because Johnny's like, I swear to God, if you touch that microphone again, I'm going to get aroused. And I'm like, I don't want my boss telling me that again, so I'm just going to avoid that situation.
Oh, no, just be overt about it. Just sit there and be like,
Yeah.
Y'all, speaking of Johnny.
Baylie, do not get us fired.
We're not. I'm not. Johnny, pay attention here. I got a deal going.
I have the bleed button ready.
Yeah.
No. Okay.
Just
So
delete the whole thing.
So apparently I take my
Oh, rest in peace, fucking headphone users.
No,
F.
okay, so apparently I take my
You take your what?
Baylie, you're taking what? That's illegal.
Oh my God.
Jesus Christ.
Okay,
He's got his
the
finger
101 crew told me that if I bring 5 people,
ready. 5 what?
If you bring 5 what? Jesus. Guys.
you know
You're
what?
a
Y'all
respectable
gonna be
business.
jealous.
Don't tell Baylie
I'm gonna
that.
be drinking for free, and you know what? Y'all are gonna be jealous.
Wait, what? I missed everything that.
I know.
What did I say? What did she say?
Oh, wait, see, Bailey's, the 101 people told her that if she takes 5, that she gets free drinks, which, to the best of my knowledge, is still super illegal.
I mean, more power to you. If you
I'm just
can
trading
take 5
people.
of those.
I'm just trading people for drinks. It's not that bad.
Human trafficking is a crime, Baylie.
It's not that bad.
It's well, you heard it here, folks. Baylie said human trafficking is not that bad. It's not that bad. She said that. That's a quote. Steve said human trafficking is illegal, and then the next thing she said was
It's
not
not
that bad.
With a few more words.
No, I'm trying to get this clear so that the automatic captions get this, and then like the Google DeepMind records it from YouTube and flags you and this channel.
Oh, we're
all of us
already
are getting flagged. Our faces are going to be fucking facially recognized. And
Trent,
everything
they
like
already
that.
know what your face looks like. I sent Google all headshots.
If you're watching this, we're already dead.
Anyway, send me your bar t-shirts.
So Baylie can get fired.
And I can piss off my boss more. Until he buys me my own 3rd floor t-shirt.
Yeah, for real. We need some 3rd floor t-shirts.
Yeah.
Bully
Third
our
floor
boss in the
cantina.
comments until he gives us freaking bar t-shirts.
Freaking bar t-shirts.
I know.
Trent's making us shirts for the podcast.
Yeah.
He did say that.
He's on it way faster than you, Johnny.
Yeah, Johnny, what the fuck?
Yo.
Come on, Jake for the win. He's
Why-
the one working on it.
Oh yeah, Jake. Barely, right?
Kinda. We need to give him ideas. Yeah, he
we
wants
should.
us to get like the logo of every like bar in downtown so that we can mesh them all together to make a t-shirt for 3rd floor.
How's that 3rd floor though?
He wants
That's
to make
every
it
bar in
3rd floor.
town.
He
I
wants
think,
it to look like their logos, but not their logos.
He had a different idea though.
Oh,
like,
he's trying to rebrand 3rd floor?
No,
No,
he's just
no,
trying to
like-
fuck with all the other ones.
yeah,
Oh.
so he has an idea that actually sounds pretty cool. That basically we'll have like a standard 3rd floor shirt that has a logo, the new logo,
Yeah.
and then have like basically like small quantities where we like buy out a shirt that has 3rd floor but with a different design. Like some of them were like based on the logos of other bars in the area. Some of them were based on like alcohol logos. It's like taking the Blue Moon thing and making it a 3rd floor thing.
I have
okay.
a Budweiser one of Fast Eddie's.
Yeah, and so
that's cool.
And so basically ordering like 100 of one of those type things, and then when they sell out, we don't do it again. We just then do another one. And so then we have like a series of like special edition shirts for the
He
bar.
expects us to do all this?
No, he's going to.
Oh, I was about to say.
He wants ideas from us, but you know.
Yeah.
Ideas. It sounds like he's got the idea.
Okay, no one wants to include you then.
Fine. I'm okay with that.
He's like, I have enough on my plate.
Kendall's like, I literally signed up for this job with the expectation that I would like come into work, and then when I left, I'd be done with it. And I already
Yeah.
got conned into doing a fucking podcast.
We're like,
Yeah.
let's have Kendall do this and that. We love Kendall. And Kendall's like, stop liking me so much. I don't
If
want
you
to do
love
you
me,
guys-
let me go home.
Yeah, like last month you guys were like, oh yeah, we need people to step up and be like, you know, kind of like floor manager.
And he's like,
type.
no.
I was like, nope. Don't give me any more work.
But
than
we would be the three best friends.
the
We
three
already
best
are the
friends
three-
that anybody
Yeah,
can have.
We're already the three amigos.
The three amigops.
Yeah,
What's that from?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I know what you're
Office?
talking about. But
What about the
yeah,
three
probably.
amoebas?
The three amoebas.
Oh God.
Maybe you fucking insert dick joke here.
All right. So, on the topic of teachers should be paid less,
Finally.
do you know what cretinism is?
No.
So I recently learned about this.
Are you mispronouncing it?
I don't think so. Could be cretinism.
Mansplain that shit, Kendall, right
I
now.
don't know. Just go ahead.
Either way, it's what they used to call hypothyroidism, which is like where your thyroid doesn't work. And I found out recently it's caused in part by iodine deficiency. And I did not know this. That iodine, it's in a lot of like coastal areas and shit. But there are certain areas of the world that are like, there's not a lot of naturally occurring iodine. And if you have low iodine and you get cretinism, it has, or hypothyroidism, it has side effects like goiters, really big goiters,
Jesus.
excess body fat, small frame, mental retardation. And
That's racist, but okay.
only towards people in Michigan.
Oh.
The northern part of the U.S. Had such a problem with it having like not a lot of naturally occurring iodine that
They put it in salt. That's why salt is iodized.
yes, but they didn't do that until they realized it was a problem, and they realized it was a problem in World War I or World War II when they went to draft people. And the majority of men in Michigan either had goiters so big that you couldn't fit their uniform in them, or because their mothers were iodine deficient, they were born so stupid they literally couldn't be drafted. And so then they started making iodized salt a common part of the American diet.
What does that have to do with teachers?
I know he keeps fucking pulling our leg over here. God damn it. He said that he's made Facebook posts about it. He's posting on our group chats. And then he's coming up on here. He says it at work. And then he's now saying it here. And I still have not heard why teachers. I care a lot about this because I went to school to be a teacher. I am not in school to be a teacher anymore because kids are gross right now. But I really want to know.
I mean, granted, I agree. Teachers should be paid less, but I have different reasons. You know?
Iodized salt is the real hero.
It's just that he never gets to the reason, so I can't compare.
I'm waiting for them to be desperate enough to where I don't have to go and finish school for them to make me a teacher, and I'll just get paid like bullshit for doing bullshit schoolwork. So
Okay, for real though, teachers should be paid less because they all suck at their jobs and they're a bunch of fucking losers.
Who's they?
I kind of was like, hey, I would be a bullshit teacher if I became a bullshit teacher right now. So.
When I look back on it, like everyone's like, oh, I had one teacher that was like life changing. I can think of, I had like literally dozens and dozens of teachers. I can think of 3 good teachers I had.
I know it's sad.
Let's round down and say I didn't.
Maybe that's because they didn't get paid enough.
Probably.
I don't know. I think it's
You have
actually
to-
just because you like the people who want to be in charge of kids and boss a bunch of kids around are fucking losers. Like
you have to like build your classroom all by yourself. Like literally everything in that room you have to do all by yourself, and like the curriculum you do all by yourself. Like or not the curriculum, but they're like basically they're like, hey, this is what you need to teach them. How you teach them is up to you. Whether or not they pass, up to you. Like they kind of just
and then they do a terrible job, and then we end up graduating high school not
But
knowing
is
what
that
the
their
fuck
fault?
taxes are.
It's not necessarily a teacher's fault.
It's not the teacher's fault.
It is the fault of
Not
the
always.
It is the fault
Sometimes
of
it
the,
is.
Yeah, it is the fault of the public education system for hiring specifically losers.
You're a fucking loser.
Yes, but I don't try to pawn it off on other people's kids.
True, but also like teachers aren't necessarily like people that want to boss around kids. They're people that see like
Have you ever
the
heard of-
potential in the next
Now, you see,
generation.
that's what we like to romanticize teachers as. But literally 99% of the teachers I had were just a bunch of losers that like didn't have friends, so they would go into their classroom and go on power trips.
okay. So let me. How about Montessori schools and
What school did you go to growing up?
I went to a lot of schools. I moved like every other year.
were they only public schools?
Yes,
Okay, cool. So
I'm poor.
am I. Okay, but whenever you learn about all the different,
But
when you learn about all the different types of schools that there are out there, you can't say teachers as a whole don't deserve to blah blah blah, because there are different types of school. Like Montessori schools are all about independent learning and them learning what
school?
What Montessori schools?
I've never heard that.
It's like they're like depending on the type of school you go to, the curriculum is based around different things. Like there are schools where it's occupational, like your occupational desires, for your future are their priority, not academic, not your 4 main core classes. And so those are the type of schools that I like more, because it is more catered to the child rather than what students need as a whole or are expected to know by the time that they graduate or whatever. Like it's what they want to do with their lives, which I think is how they should be. So.
I agree that those schools are better, and those schools probably employ better teachers, ones that aren't all complete fucking losers. But in general, especially considering the fact that most people who go to school in the U.S. go to public schools, 90% of our population in our country is taught by a bunch of fucking losers, and then they get out of high school and they don't want to learn because they didn't have anyone who actually like did a good job teaching them how to learn, and they don't want to fucking go back to school and go to college because it just means being in charge of or being like bossed around by more fucking losers, because most college professors also fucking losers, just like with a bigger power trip.
You got a huge chip on your shoulder.
Yeah,
bro.
I know. Okay, dude. So one other school I want to talk about.
Charter should be paid less too.
Did you what?
We should get rid of the minimum wage. Nobody should be paid anything.
Yeah, we should just be a slave society. Communism.
My zombie apocalypse plan.
Yeah, we should just be a communism.
Yeah, we should be a communism.
Ran by simps.
Yeah.
I thought
we should have a queen, and then instead of calling citizens, we just call all citizens simps. So just simp a queen, and it's a total 100% communistic.
So our government should be run based off of Twitch rules.
Yeah. Yeah, we should just be like a Twitch chat.
We're replacing our seat at the UN with just Twitch chat.
And like instead of the State of the Union address, it's like every once in a while, like the fucking Twitch queen just like gets on and she's like, "Hey guys, who wants their name up on my board?"
Hey, don't forget to subscribe. Send me subs, and also I have a Patreon. I don't know how fucking Twitch works, dude.
I don't know how Twitch works either. I've only heard people complain about it.
Give me subs.
Like YouTubers complain about it.
I assume by subs they mean like sandwiches.
No, subs like doms and subs. Dominant people.
Oh, now you're gonna mansplain to me?
Yeah, of course.
Man, we're fucking killing.
Y'all understand how this is seen as mansplaining.
No,
right?
because here's the thing. I explain things to other men too. Like there's this weird thing where anytime someone explains something to
Steve is the king of mansplaining, even to other men. He really is.
Anytime like someone explains something to a woman, they're like, "You're explaining it to me because I'm a woman." It's like, no, I'm explaiing it to you because you're fucking wrong.
I know that Steve's explaining it to me because he's Steve.
Or not.
Yeah, I think like the act of mansplaining is a real thing, but I don't like the term mansplaining because women do it too. I just think that like it's more often that men are just assholes that think that they know more. It's more often. You can admit that statistically it's more times like men just like think that they know more about a subject and want to explain it, and I'm doing it right now.
No. So have you guys have I talked to you guys about how like women, I feel like whenever they're being sarcastic and they're joking, a lot of the times men don't get it or think that we don't get it, when in reality we're just playing along with their sarcasm that they started.
Dude, that happens all the time because I see it, because I'm that type of person that like we talked about that one time where I like lobbing jokes to people to like allow them to do it. And so I'm more I see that a lot better than I think a lot of most people do.
I don't know.
I see that all the time.
I see it too, but I also like use a lot of sarcasm that people think is serious, and so I'm not sure if that's like a.
Well, see, I get it whenever you're doing it.
Well, there's a difference between like being funny and just being weird, though.
Yeah, that is true. I am fucking weird, but my point is, I think that there are some people that are just really bad at picking up on sarcasm in general.
Yeah.
Yeah, but no, whenever they pick up on the sarcasm from the man who's playing around right next to you, but then whenever you decide to continue on with the joke as well, Baylie,
Yeah,
Do
I
you
know
get
that.
what we're doing or what we're saying? Like, no,
Right.
you don't get it. Like, this is what I get it, bitch. Like,
Yeah.
like, why do you think I'm so? This is how dumb y'all sound, and I'm just being dumb with
You know
you.
who's the worst at that?
What? Who?
I don't want to say his name. Hey,
Keep it.
Trent, bleep out this name. Fucking.
I don't know who that is.
I know she knows. Who
I don't know who it
though.
is, partly because it's bleeped out, and I
Yeah.
have no idea what he just said.
This guy, one of my friends, who's a woman, trained this guy how to bartend because he
Oh,
had
they
never
did not
he
get
had
along.
never bartended before. She taught him everything he knew about bartending.
Like me.
week, a week
Like
after.
Baylie taught me like everything.
Yeah, a week after.
You should watch him pour beer. I taught him how to pour beer.
A week after she finished teaching him how to bartend, he was following her around one night, telling her like, "Oh, you're doing that wrong. You're supposed to do it like this." And she was like, "You literally
He was
just
telling
learned."
her?
Yeah, she's like, "I taught you how to do this, fuckface."
That guy's just an asshole.
Yeah, he talked to me about stand-up comedy for 5 minutes, and he immediately started explaining me. No, this is how you really do stand-up. I'm like, you're in your 40s and have never gone on stage. Don't tell me.
Have
how
I
to
met
do
this guy?
Probably in passing.
Man, I love bullying people like that.
I know you've been to where he works, but you don't go often.
I know
So
you've
you
been
probably
back-
know him by like his face, but he is not the type to like just eager to talk to a stranger. So you
Yeah.
probably didn't have a conversation
Probably
with
not.
Yeah,
him.
that is the silver lining. To be clear, I know it sounds like I'm just shitting all over this dude, but there are-
He sounds like an asshole.
I love him. He's great.
Okay, to be clear, he is an asshole, but
I
there's
do. I love
something
him.
I appreciate about him. And that is that I know a lot of assholes who feel the need to project their assholishness onto every single person they see.
Like you.
Yes. And he doesn't do that. He like,
He looks over at the imaginary camera, like in the office, like, get a load of this guy over here.
Oh my
And-
god.
And that is the only commentary he might have.
yeah, like unless he knows that you know someone that he knows really well and has nobody else to talk to, he's probably not going to bother you. And I appreciate that.
He's probably one of those people that just thinks he's too intelligent to have a hobby or something like that.
Oh,
You know,
that's
like,
probably it.
he's like my strongest attribute about myself is my intelligence. Like I may not be able to like run fast and play a sport or but like my intelligence, I'm really, he probably says this. He's probably like, I'm really like book smart and street smart. He probably says that kind of shit.
Also, the proper response to that is, I am stronger and I am faster than you.
I can chase you down. I can hold you down, and I can do things to you that your intelligence can't save you from.
my favorite response to like anytime you post something on the internet as a joke and someone sends you like a fucking like giant dissertation on why you're like
What the fuck did
factually
you
wrong.
fucking say to me, you fucking fag? I'll have you know that I graduated top in my class from, that copy pasta.
Yeah, no, it's always like, well, this is a logical fallacy that you're using. It's like, no, it's
Yeesh.
a joke. So instead, I just before I'd be like, that's the joke, and now I just comment, I'm stronger and faster than you.
No, I love that. Like, I feel like all the comedians are kind of just like, look at this guy that got mad at what I said.
It is pretty enjoyable to
That's-
like say something that's a joke that you know is a joke and watch someone just take it way too seriously and be like, how could you say something like that? Do you have any moral compass? And you're like, I mean, it's not real.
Dude, I like taking it a step further, but in the opposite direction, where most people are like, they say something, most of the time they know it's going to be controversial, and then they wait for a reaction, and the reaction happens, and they're like, oh, look at this guy's mad. Dude, I like to lean into it and be like, you know what, you changed my mind. That is so true, and like actually be on their side and then make them like me. And then never talk to them ever again, and then just keep doing what I was doing.
Lately, I've just been going on about how Pete Davidson is definitely going to get Ron Goldman.
Yes, you've
Who's Ron
mentioned that,
Goldman?
I think, like 3 times today alone.
Yeah, I'm pretty fucking.
That's
I want to be
first
on
time
top of this before
me.
it happens.
OJ's Mr. Not OJ's Mr., but OJ's wife's Mr.
He
Oh,
was
the guy
dude-
that-
he was the dude
okay.
OJ killed.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Allegedly,
Wait, so who's gonna OJ him?
probably Kanye.
Kanye, he's fucking off his rocker always.
Wait, why is Kanye gonna kill
I'd be
him?
so for
Wait, is he
Kanye
having sex with
though.
Kim
I love
Kardashian?
Kanye.
Yeah, Kim K's about to get Nicole Brown Simpson.
Guys, be nice to Kanye.
They're
He's
not.
got a
I
lot
love
of
Kanye.
shit. I love Kanye.
And you really think they're gonna let Kim die?
Dude,
They're not
one
gonna
of
kill
those
Kim.
Unless you
fucking
voted
things-
for Kanye, you cannot tell me to be nice for Kanye. That's
Do you
my
want to
fucking
see my?
president.
Do you want to see my ballot?
Who says I didn't vote for Kanye?
Kind
Yeah.
of. You saved it?
Yeah, I took a picture of it.
Oh wait, I
It was
can't.
a
sing
mail-in.
shit.
I should have done that.
Yeah, I had to do a because I was still registered for Ohio, but I was living in Alabama, and so I had to mail it in. But anyway,
All right. Well, counting Trent, 50% of this podcast voted for the correct person.
Who? Wait, who? Who says I didn't vote for?
wait, 50 counting. There's 5 of us.
We all
There's four-
voted
there's
for
four of us.
him.
You voted for Kanye?
Sure.
Sure. That's not very believable.
I love Kanye. Everyone knows that I'm a biggest Kanye fan. Don't ask me to sing a bit of his songs, but I love Kanye as a person.
Oh yeah,
Fucking cracks me the fuck
you know
up.
Kanye. Name his entire discography.
How about that one? You're such a fucking hoe. I love
That's
his face.
post Kanye. That's post Kanye, man.
What do you mean post Kanye? I
That's
don't give a fuck what Kanye.
post-Kanye.
It cracks me up. I love that whole video. I love the random ass lady in the end. I love the little boxy figures.
That's all you know about
and-
Kanye is that one video?
No.
Okay.
There's more about Kanye. He
Go
used
on.
to be married to Kim.
Yo, when they got a divorce, I saw the most fucked up shit. People were like, "Oh man, because of this, he's about to make such a banger album."
Yeah.
and I was like, dude.
Yeah,
come
everyone was
on.
like 808 and Heartbreak's point 2. Let's fucking
Yeah.
go.
Yeah, I was like, stop being so right, but like, don't be vocal about being right. You know, like,
Just because you're right doesn't mean you have to voice
like
it.
we
Wait,
all
hold
thought
on.
it. We
Can
all
we
thought it.
Can we back up a little bit? Was he really with Jeffree Star, or
I
was
doubt
that fake?
Who's Jeffree Star?
The makeup person.
Man, I don't concern myself with
I like
bullshit.
I like how you stopped yourself there. You're like the makeup.
The makeup gay person.
I don't know the pronoun person.
I'm sorry, I'm gonna get canceled by
Oh, it's a
Jeffree
pronoun
Star.
thing?
People, I know.
Honestly,
yeah.
I feel like Jeffree Star would be the least likely person to try to cancel someone for using the wrong pronouns,
I
but
know-
the most likely person to throw hands over it.
I really don't know about Jeffree Star. I know James Charles is a man, but I don't know,
I know-
what
how
How do
Jeffree
you
Star.
know? Did you confirm?
I only know.
I know that is what Jeffree Star. That's his pronoun, but I don't know about. No, wait.
James Charles.
James Charles, but I don't know about Jeffree Charles.
So,
Jeffree
Charles.
Star.
Who are these people?
I don't know.
makeup people. So I only know Jeffree Star because one of the shitty rap groups I listened to in high school.
Odd Future.
No, I think it was Hollywood and Dead.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Jeffree
Yeah.
Star had like a fucking
Shitty.
like feature on one of their songs where he like rapped about getting chicks' boyfriends to suck his dick.
Jeffree Star has been relevant for that long.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't know who the fuck this is, man.
He.
Good for you.
Dude, one time,
It's not. It doesn't really matter,
one time
honestly.
one time I was talking to this.
Surprisingly good rapper though.
So in Mobile, this person came in for doing the open mics for a long time, for months, and it was a boy, right? And then one day out of nowhere, he comes in wearing a dress. They come in wearing a dress, right? And I was like, oh, this is gonna be a joke, right? And then their whole set is about being trans all of a sudden, and I was like, man, this is a great joke if it is. But then like they come to me after and they're like, hey, what's up? And my vocabulary, I call anyone dude or man. I'm like, I say things
Me
like,
too.
I'm like, you know, man, that's just crazy, or like, man, that's fucked up, or like, dude, listen to this, you know. I say that to women, to men. It doesn't matter to me. It's neutral, and the way I use it is neutral too. But
How many times I've called Baylie bro?
But dude, exactly, and bro too. The amount of times that I said it in this conversation with this person was laughable. I was like, he was like, how'd you like it? I was like, that was great, dude. And then like fucking like it was just like one after another. I kept saying it. The more I thought about it, the more I was like, don't say that. And I was like, man, bro, fucking dude.
It's like when you're talking to an older person, you know, you're not supposed to swear, and one accidentally slips out. You're like, yeah, it was just a shit day. Fuck, god damn it,
Dude, that's what it
You
felt
care
like.
about that?
And then I thought in my head, I was like, I was
So
like,
you care about that whenever you like curse in front of old people?
I try to be polite.
Eh.
but so it made me
All the
realize
old
that
people I meet are in the bar life. They shouldn't care.
I can use this terminology with cis women, cis men, and transgender women to man, but I cannot use it to transgender man to woman. That's the only group that I cannot use this neutral terminology to.
Yeah,
Because if I call a woman to man, then they're like happy, you know?
Even if they personally wouldn't, like, even if they typically wouldn't find it offensive, their hormones are likely, like, so out of, out of the norm that, yeah, they would find it, like.
What, a woman to man? Or, yeah, what?
And a woman.
Man to woman? Well, yeah, I mean, I could.
Because they might see it as misgendering, but when in reality we're just like but it's likely their hormones to blame, not them just being insulted. You know what I mean?
I get that,
but I've
at the
seen
same
a lot of
time,
videos on YouTube of people getting offended, and I feel like that's.
Have you
what
seen
the
that
whole
one in
world is.
GameStop, which is like, "Ma'am, I'm a ma'am."
Yeah. That's a huge. That was actually a
feel like
huge
it's a
joke
joke.
in the military.
the tranny ma'am. What was the? They gave a name. It was
I don't know, but
it was a play on Randy Savage.
oh,
It was something tranny savage.
Training Savage, yeah. But that they in the Marine Corps they like fucking photoshopped him in like drill instructor fucking uniform and stuff like that. And it's ma'am, you know, because like the first time you see a fucking woman drill instructor, you're like, oh sir, you know.
So this is probably a fucked up joke, but
We're inclusive here. Just want to say that.
Yeah, no, I honestly felt bad saying man, dude, and bro to this transgender person. I was like, man. I really want to, be nice to you, but like that's my neutrality, and
Yeah.
it feels weird that I can't be neutral even to someone.
We're trying our best. I hope you see it.
Yeah, I really felt bad.
So right after Caitlyn Jenner became Caitlyn Jenner, we were getting ready to leave Oki, and we had to turn all our SIF gear. So all our like packs and armor and everything, we have to like stand in a giant line for like fucking 8 hours, and they check to make sure it's clean. And then even though we've cleaned it like 87 times, they're like, eat shit, go do it again.
Yeah.
And then you repeat the process. You don't even clean it again at that point. You just get to the back of the line, and then they look at the exact same pack and like, yeah, it's perfect, thanks.
Yeah.
And so we were doing that, and it was hot as fuck. We were just sitting out there all day, and we're waiting. And someone brought up the Caitlyn Jenner thing, and one of the guys in my platoon was like, yo, how much would someone have to pay you to have sex with Caitlyn Jenner? And my buddy, without skipping a beat, went, yo, I would do it for free just to say I was fucking first.
First.
Oh my god.
It's probably too raw being first. Like it's too new. The wounds are too new. Yeah, I wouldn't want to. I would wait a couple of years for it to heal first.
That's what the lube's for.
That's a good note to end on.
I want to say one thing. Someone recently told me that.
That's funny.
No, okay. So someone asked for lube at one point, and the dude for
Where?
some reason, I know you can guess.
Oh.
And he used like alcohol,
Like rubbing alcohol.
like shit to clean.
That makes
And she's like, quit.
That makes
and
me
he's like,
uncomfortable.
why? Is everything okay? And it burns. And he's like, oh, well, it's just that great then. No.
Burns shouldn't burn.
I know. I was like, what do you mean it was good? It shouldn't burn.
What?
Why would you think
the
alcohol
fuck?
would lubricate?
I don't know.
That would
I don't
hurt
know.
your dick.
She literally told me this like a few days before, and like today, and I was like, what? That's fucking stupid.
That's fucked up. Do you hear about Drake putting hot sauce in his condom?
Yes,
That's
I did
hilarious.
hear that.
That's awesome.
No.
Wait, are you anti-Drake for that?
No, I'm anti-Drake for
anti-
the kid fucking.
Yeah,
Yeah,
too. But no.
dude, I've seen so many TikToks and with like Euphoria, and they're
14's
like,
his
oh
favorite
man,
number,
the
bro.
first scene, and it's written by Drake.
The first scene of what?
First scene is underage
what?
prostitution, basically.
First scene of what?
This show that Drake made
Euphoria.
called Euphoria. It's about little kids doing drugs and having
Not
sex with old
prostitution,
men.
I guess.
Yeesh.
Yeah, so exactly what you would expect something like.
Wasn't
someone
there a
like
show
Drake
like
to
that
make.
called Skins?
I have no
I feel
clue.
like there was.
Isn't that a body painting video? I mean, movie show?
Maybe.
Huh.
Well, that sounds like a good note to end on. I'm going to be interested to see how much of this video gets cut.
This program was made possible by viewers like you. To help continue supporting this very serious program, please like, share, and subscribe.